Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Please, if you are new, hit that like button. We have a lot to talk about. A lot's been happening with Man United. They now have a new manager, and I'm sure Big D, JP, very happy bunnies right now. They've been pretty much calling for his head, and it's finally happened. Axe has come down, and now he has gone back to Ajax. Yeah, probably rubbing his hands together and say, "Bro, I just got 15 million quid out of these guys." But yeah, listen, we move, and yeah, please, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you are new. As I said, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of games tonight. The Carabao Cup. A lot of teams going to be playing tonight. My team's going to be playing. We're away to Preston. I hope we pick the right side. We need to take this cup seriously. I think Leicester are going to Man United, and a massive game at the Tottenham Hotspurs. Man City go to Tottenham Hotspur, where they play in I believe it's the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. So look, people, awful lot to talk about. As I say, please hit that like button, subscribe. I'm not going to talk anymore, but let's get Mr. Big D on, and we will delve into the menu for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, not bad, matey. Not bad.
Good.
Everything good?
Yeah,
Cool,
man.
cool.
How's your week been? And I see you posting a couple of stuff on Insta, dressing like Mr. 007 as Chili referred to you.
Suited and booted for the graduation and stuff. Yeah, so
yeah,
been a busy week, but a good week. Had our adopted one here from St. Lucia, and Shazan, so she graduated in Birmingham Symphony Hall.
Big congratulations!
Yeah. So we had we were hanging with her. We were celebrating the nice restaurant, all of it, man. Ceremony, it was good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
good
cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to hear.
Man. You've had Black excellence. Can't argue with it. You know,
brilliant
stuff. Yeah, Open University. It's a big Open University that allowed her to stay in St. Lucia, still work her job at the bank,
and do it online, and come and listen.
Yeah,
burning the candles at both ends, and
literally, yeah, she literally has.
Well done. Brilliant.
I'm proud of her. Yeah, man.
Well, look, we're not gonna talk too much in terms of what we've been doing now. We need to focus on the menu. And listen, as you know, in the start, as we look at Prem review and player ratings over the weekend to see how our respective teams got on over the weekend. And obviously, I think after the West Ham defeat, we obviously see the axe come down on Eric Ten Hag. His tenure is now complete, now finished, and now there's a possibility that you could get in Mr. Ruben Amorim. So sounds like a good manager. I think he won last night in their domestic cup they played last night. So a lot of people were doing a lot of watch-alongs, especially Man United fans were doing watch-alongs to see how this guy got on. He wasn't giving too much away. It's not a done deal yet, but listen, Man United have triggered the release clause. So
10 million euros now.
10 million euros. It looks like they've accepted that. And I think there's another 5 million euros for the coaches to come along as well.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah.
I think I said in the chat I would like him to keep Rude.
Yeah.
But I think Fletcher's made enough money. I think he'll survive. You know what I mean? Fletcher will survive.
According to JP, he reckons that Fletcher might stay and Rude might go.
I hope not. Yeah, I saw what JP said there. I hope not. But I mean, obviously it's not going to happen until the November international break anyway.
Well, that's what I was reading up on that. He's obviously, because I think they wanted to try and get him in for the Chelsea game. And, I was sort of saying to myself, boy, to sort of play Man United at this period with a new manager coming in, new manager bounce and all that. So some of the media's coming out is a bit of a blow for Man United not to get him for that game. But it looks like it's definitely coming.
I think in his contract, I think Jason put it on the chat, there's like a 30-day grace. So that will take him to around the November international break. So
I think if anything, the game that is likely to be in the dugouts will be the Ipswich game. I think, from what I was reading. So
So at least it's not a complete baptism of fire, but you know what? Ipswich started playing some good football under Kieran McKenna. So so I'm not taking that for granted either.
I mean, obviously they fell short after being 2-0 up. And in the end they lose that game 4-2 against Brentford. Was it 4-2 or 5-2? I can't remember. I think it was 4-2.
Yeah, I think it was 4-2.
They lose that game. So Delap, you know what I mean? Little tiny player, Rory Delap's son.
Yeah, is that who he is?
Rory Delap.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Liam Delap. And then Bramwell, I tell you, he's second behind Haaland with 8 goals.
I know.
Would you take him?
I know. Who's that?
Mbeumo.
It's funny, you know, because
he's on 8 goals in the Premier League.
I've actually looked at him, and he's actually more clinical than all our strikers, mate. Which is
they did say, he did. They did
you know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing here? Brentford got a better strike. Both him and Wizard.
He's got a better strike rate than Haaland.
But him and Wizard are more clinical than what we've got, which is wild.
Yeah.
They're just playing for Brentford.
How many goals have you scored? Is it what, 5 goals? 6 goals?
I think it's 6, but it's been counted out anyway because we're -3. Yeah. You know, it's
big up Jay, big up to you, girl.
Hey Jay.
Yeah, we'll be talking about our respective teams. Liverpool against Arsenal. A game of 2 halves, I will say. So we will be talking about that. Yeah. So look, that was quite a good game. That was probably the game of the weekend because there was an awful lot of draws and an awful lot of late goals as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Awful lot. The Brighton game, you know, late goals in that. The Everton game, late goals. You know, Beto crying his eyes out for what reason I don't know, but. I think this is something that we always take for granted, that we feel like the game is won, but the game is never won till that whistle goes, man. Whether you want to be Fergie time or whoever, you know what I mean, that when you see teams conceding the big up Mr. Brown. Look,
Leon Brown, big yourself, man.
What are you saying, brother? Good to see you. You know what I mean? I think the last time you was on our show, I think we were discussing, I would love it. And I think you finally got it, yeah? But yeah, big up to you, Lee, man. Yeah. And you must be a happy bunny with Mr. Amorim coming in, playing a 3-4-3 system. You know what I mean? When attack and when you're defending 5-2, a 5-2-3. So, look, he plays, I thought he was an expansive player, but I think they say he plays kind of, I mean, he's been sort of, he's gone and got some ideas off of Mr. Mourinho. He looks up to Mourinho, you know. Yeah. But look, he's done really well. I'm not going to lie, he's done really well, winning 2 league titles with Sporting and a couple of domestic clubs, Braga as well. So he's won a couple of trophies behind him, and a lot of teams. Liverpool were interested in him. Man City at some point was interested in because they were actually going to be going, or they are going for their technical director, and there was a thing where he was likely to follow suit. But now, obviously, Man United have looked at that, thought, you know what, we need to get this guy before Man City get their hands on it because we don't know what's going on with Pep. Leon say, let's see some attacking football now. Just want to see some identity from the team. And you hit that nail right on the head, and we can talk about that. Let's talk about the Eric Ten Hag. Finally, the regime has acted. Eric Ten Hag, pack your bags. But who will take over the poison chalice? And I have to say that, Big D.
But no, are you considering my team a poison chalice? And I hear you, Norm. I do hear you in terms of what Fergie did and what Fergie was allowed to do. Man, like Big Money Ez.
Yes.
Big Money Ez.
Big up everyone, man.
I'm sure Big Money Ez is quite relieved that Amorim won't be taking reins against you guys on Sunday. Look at his eyes, wide open, you know.
I'll let D say his piece. I got mine on him, but yeah, man.
Listen, 100, and that's just referring back to what Mr. Brown was saying, that he wants to see some identity from the side. And I know, as you kind of corrected me, because I sort of said expansive football, but he plays good football and he does play with an identity. Something that we did not see from Terry Eric Ten Hag. From the time he took over that club, this guy has spent nigh on 600 million, in his tenure, and still we don't see a clear identity. And I'm sure D, you must be happy now. That
and the thing is,
that's coming in. That.
If you look at the football he said he wanted to play, in any given game, we only ever saw that for around 20 minutes. Yeah, and then it was revert to type or revert to I can't lose this game rather than I can win this game. And I think his mentality of I can't lose this game rather than just go out and win this game, i.e. stop picking your favourites and pick a more balanced team and stop leaving how often do we speak about how exposed and wide open our midfield is? And they still get playing the same formation, the 4-2-3-1. And some say it was the 4. What do they say? The 4-2-2, the 4-2-2-2.
Yeah.
We're too narrow.
Yeah.
But it only works if the guys.
I think Rangnick played that as well. Rangnick played that.
Yeah. But you see with Rangnick though, at least I could see what Rangnick was trying to do with that. Then the left back and right back pushing up, and just one of the two slotted in to become a 3. And you're not being overrun. But what he was doing was just like, and the thing is, you could see Ruud talking to him a few games ago. You saw him and Ruud at it on the touchline.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Aston Villa game, I think it was the Aston Villa game.
And for me, I think that was the moment where Ruud just said, "Man, it's like he just said, your funeral, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to show you something, man, and you're being pig-headed again." Because in the end, Ruud just sat back and went, "Allow it, man. Because when this guy's gone, he's gone." And unfortunately, that might mean Ruud going because Ruud's coming under him. Yeah. But you look at getting rid of the coaches in the summer. They were his people. So you're like, you get rid of his people, and so the players are looking at that and saying, this man ain't even fighting for his people. So why should we fight for him? There's definitely been times in this season where you're just seeing a lack of lose the ball, walk back. And you're like, okay, he's lost the ball, he's walking back. And that's Rashford, that's Garnacho, that's Bruno. Your captain doing that nonsense as well. And Bruno's our probably most headless chicken in terms of just running around. It don't mean it's good football.
But do you know why they can do that, D?
Yeah.
Because they know they're getting picked next game.
Exactly.
They know.
And because the favourite thing, and I said it, eventually favourites will get him fired. So said, so done. So said, so done. Because if you see a team with Ahmad starting, you guarantee you Ahmad is the first sub off there, regardless of how he plays. Now, like me and Jason were back and forth on the Ahmad thing. I think there's a baller in there. He's just not arrogant. And
I think JP doesn't feel that he's of the standard.
I think he's off the standard. I think he's not arrogant and selfish enough, Norm. I think he's a very good player. Yeah, I think that's just me. And I know we were back and forth on it on the chat, as you guys saw. And I'd hate for him to go somewhere and blow the spot up. I'll be fuming.
I think the point is that Ahmad has all the potential and talent. Yeah, he's coming into a team where he doesn't have time to bed in and get all the experience. He just has to hit the ground running. Now that's the sort of talent that you want to ease in, just like City did with Foden, Arsenal did with Saka to a degree, in a sense where actually there's an actual coaching plan here for your development, whereas you don't actually have a winger in front of him showing levels.
Exactly.
So that's a tough one.
Yeah, and this is where I feel for him. And I get it. You go in the Championship, and I'll say this, and I'll stand by this.
Was it Sunderland? Was he
Sunderland? Yeah. The Championship is better than most of them European leagues, Norms. Right? Just the toughness of the Championship. He got into that Championship 11 for the season, playing for Sunderland. Yes, Sunderland and Old Trafford are two different kettle of fishes. But if he's allowed to come back and develop properly, I'm not saying start him every game, but you don't bench him for 12 games and then throw him in for 15 minutes and expect him to work miracles. Then you start in one game and at half time you pull him. It's like, oh, hold on, how's this kid supposed to develop here under this management? And so you have to look at better managers, i.e. your Peps and your Klopps, and the way they integrated. Curtis Jones, for example, there you go. The way Klopp integrated him. He didn't just throw him in every game, but when he put him in, he said, right, give me a solid 50 minutes. You're going to make some mistakes, and I don't care. But I want to see you doing what we practice. And I don't think the kid's getting any of that. And so all these young kids, I mean, talking about bringing back Angel Gomez.
Yeah.
They deemed he weren't good enough, but now he's in the England squad. Oh, yeah, let's look at age. Like, we have to stop doing this with this young talent. Yeah, we have to stop doing that. And even the kid that was at Arsenal, he signed with the under-18s. Yeah. What they've done, they said, go play some under-18 football. He's pulling up trees, but he's bigger than most of the people he's playing against. So you expect him to dominate that. So maybe you do a similar thing with him. You let him ride with the first team squad, and you give him moments and say, right, just
because that's kind of what's happening with us with Lewis Skelly and Ethan. But with the Ethan Ranieri thing, I think the way Arteta is using him, especially where we haven't got no creativity in our side, and then he's expected to come on with 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go and change the thing when our backs against the wall, whether we're drawing or losing the game. Why would you do that? And I feel sorry for him, because it's almost like, oh, well, if he comes on and he does the job for us and miraculously scores 2 goals or sets up, and then it's like on Mikel Arteta, look at what he's done. He's brought in this young lad, blah blah blah. But I think he needs to play him in more games. I'm hoping. I'm not seeing the team selection tonight, but I'm hoping he does start in this game tonight. And then obviously we go away to Newcastle on Sunday. I know Odegaard is not too far away. Whether we will see him before the international break, because obviously we've got 4 tough. When I say 4 tough, because I'm not taking Preston for granted. We go away to Preston tonight. We then go away to Newcastle, early kickoff on Saturday, and then we've then got away to Inter Milan, and then away to Chelsea.
Yeah, you see that.
Or do you know what I mean? So we need every player. And I just think sometimes if you're old enough, you're good enough. You know what I mean? And I think every time he's come on, you can see what he brings to the team. But with him not in the side, I mean, you saw what happened on Sunday when Saka's played. I think the guy was playing maybe at 40% because of injury and stuff like that. But you can see the creativity. If we had our full strength side, then I think we're going to beat Liverpool. But I will come on to Arsenal because we love to play and drive with the handbrake up, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be going backwards, but we will come on to that. But coming back to Man United and the whole thing of, and the reason why I said poison chalice, you might think I was a little bit.
I hear you, Norm. I actually hear you on it. Even though I'm running joke, I actually hear you on the poison chalice because the Portuguese league is not the Premier League, and immediately this guy is going to be in the spotlight. You see how the press deal with every Man United manager since Fergie. Like, no one's allowed to get their feet under the table and even figure this club out. It's almost every press conference you're defending yourself. And so I look at that and I say, apparently he's a hardhead. He's a no-nonsense hardhead. So I'm hoping that he has a softer spot for the press, just to take some pressure off himself on the press side of it. With the team, I don't care how hard he's on the team. I've seen enough of these overpaid prima donnas take the pee out of his fan base for way too long. So if he comes in and kicks a few butts and benches a few people and says, earn your spot back, I'm okay with that.
I think the way Eric Ten Hag came in, and I think it doesn't help when he's been warned about how you're going to deal with the press. He didn't want to deal with the press well. I think in his earlier, when he was managing Cristiano Ronaldo and all of that stuff that's going on, the Greenwood stuff and then the Sancho stuff, all of that literally just went down like a lead balloon. You know what I mean? And he didn't handle the situation, and then to make it worse. I suppose I'll answer you this question. I'll answer you as well. Is Eric Ten Hag a good coach or not? Because what he did with Ajax, when he got into the semi-finals, he beat Real Madrid. Is he a good coach? And the fact that when he took over Man United, he said that he the players that he's got, he can't play the Ajax way or if it's the Ten Hag way or what, I don't know.
Well, you saw what you said there, Norm.
Yeah. So first of all, I need to know, because when you first was linked with him and you got him, everybody was bigging him up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because
and we was worried. I was worried that this guy, but he couldn't get over his message. And I just said, up until this very day, we're still not seeing a style of play from this guy. And why, with all of the combination of just the way his man management, the way he dealt with the press, the way he dealt with the players, and all the combination of everything, it just literally just blew up in his face. Listen, FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, he refers back to those because that's his kind of like, you know what I mean? If things go wrong, he can say, well, I was the nearest to Pep and I won 2 Carabao Cups, so we're quite successful. Do you know what I mean? As a club. But you're sitting 14th right now with a -3 or 4 goal difference. You've just been beaten by West Ham, Lopetelli's guys. Which obviously put the final nail in the coffin for him, and I suppose when you look at him and you look at Amorim coming into this, as you said, he's got to be able to deal with the press. Man United is massive, you know what I mean, and I suppose you want to see this guy when he hits the ground running, as Leon said. I want to see some identity. I think he will do it. I think from what I've seen from Sporting Lisbon and, Gokares just beating up the place and scoring whole heap of goals. Do you know what I mean? And I'm worried that, you know what I mean? He might end up, I don't think he'll come to you in January because he's got this massive buyout clause, but maybe in summer, depending. But yeah, just your thoughts on whether Erik ten Hag was a good coach, and then with Amorim coming in and taking over this possibly, as I said, poison chalice. A poison chalice is more really about, I think, just the things that have gone on in the past, and it is a big task that he's taken on. Do you know what I mean? Because some people will still say that the regime, or the culture of it still hasn't changed, even with INEOS coming in and making changes and so on and so on. It still looks like it's still lingering there, and Ten Hag was a part of that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's something we said. It's something we said in the summer. That INEOS come in and they literally tear down the upper structure of the club, and I refer to it as an engine build. Head gasket goes, you strip the engine down, and you go for the new seals, new gaskets, all of it. And then what we did is go and pour the dirty oil back into that brand new engine rebuild, and that was the Ten Hag, unfortunately, because it wasn't going to change because his stubbornness is unbelievable.
As Ten Hag is the manager of the workshop, and you've got directors that own the workshop, surely those
which were the Glazers, though, Norm.
No, hold on 2 seconds.
Okay,
Let's rewind. Right. Yeah, because hold on a second. Yeah,
go on.
The INEOS came in, and said, listen, we want to take over this workshop, this car workshop, because the Glazers, they're not really putting in the money and giving you the right components and stuff like that. They seem to be giving you second-hand components. So INEOS come in and say, yo, we're going to build a brand new engine. But
not all of them, no, all of them.
No, but you said they're going to pour. They pour the bad oil. They pour the bad oil back into the engine. Who's allowed that to happen? Because you could have got rid of Ten Hag in the summer, but INEOS chose to choose him. Even though they were talking to other managers, they chose to keep him.
Right.
So is it Ten Hag that pour the oil back into it, or is it INEOS allowed this to happen?
This is me, right? This is me. And I think I said this at the time. When we were waiting for the 2 on gardening leave. Now, I think they came in at the end of July because of the way their terms and conditions was and their gagging orders. And then one of them was sending silly emails. I can't remember which one it was sending the emails from the wrong account or whatever. Regardless of that. So the 2 that came in late said they felt it was too late to react after approaching whoever they approached. Now, I'm hoping, and I know it's illegal, I'm hoping that they were actually trying to do some business while they were still on gardening leave. Because, you know what, if you can get a burner phone, you can get a burner laptop. Let's not kid ourselves now. You know what I mean? So I felt there was time to let Ten Hag go. Because I just felt like the FA Cup, I felt was such a lucky thing. Because City had made history in what they did, or equaling the history of the 3-peat, that man went on the lash. We could see this. This wasn't City bopping the ball about in the FA Cup final. Let's not pretend there. They helped us out, and they weren't even miserable when they lost. You know, when a man loses a FA Cup final at Wembley, you can see a little bit of anger there, and a little bit of finger pointing and blaming each other.
If you get home in time, Kofi, jump on quick, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you said you was driving, but if you do, it'd be interesting because I just want to get your take on the Arsenal Liverpool game. Yeah. Sorry.
And so I looked at it. So it's in the bad oil. I actually think Tenor convinced them to say, I won't take my ball. Like, if I'm losing the game, I won't take my ball and go on for my early supper. I'm going to let you guys continue and play with my football because I promise you that I'll behave myself. And I think he convinced them to give him another chance. And I think it was, for whatever reason, I thought it was money. I thought that the 17 million compensation
was too much. No,
because of how much compensation they've paid out since Fergie's gone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's always been up in the 15 millions and upwards. I think Ollie was the cheapest to get rid of.
Mourinho was probably...
Is it 20-something million from Mourinho?
Yeah.
20 million. So I think they looked at it and said, okay, you know what? Looking at the books, looking at all these things, he's got help now. That's what they said. We've got him some help now. So let's see how he gets on. So I think it's a combination of INEOS and Eric saying, guys, you're the help I needed. You can tell a good story. I've been waiting for you, man. Thank you. Now we can cook, because he kept telling us we're all on the same page. He said, no, we meet, we talk on the same page. Move forward together. He's convincing every press conference. He's telling us that. So I'm saying, INEOS is back in this, brother. I did not expect him to get fired now, even after Saturday's loss. Because they just in my mind, they were sitting on their hands. Then boom, it's like, oh, these men are gangsters. Oh my Lord. Did not see that coming. And so now they've done it, and now they're moving quickly now. I thought they may just pull up a second, catch a breath, but they're like, nah, we need to move quickly because they're seeing all the good managers getting taken. Tuchel, I think Tuchel was an option, I really do. Then England said, no, let's get in there quick.
Yeah.
Because England didn't want to give it to Eddie. I didn't want to give it to whoever. I can't remember the other person.
Yeah.
Potter, Graham Popper. They were the two options. They said, no, let's just go foreign. We've done it before. We'll get away with it. We'll take a bit of backlash in the press and we'll move forward. Yeah. So, me watching these guys press very quickly for Ruben is like, yo, that means they've been talking. This is not a coincidence here. But I think the moment he said, you know what? I'm coming to the poison chalice, man. Let me have it. They said, right, boom, get him gone. And they got him gone, you know what I mean? And do I feel sorry for Eric? No, I think if you live recklessly, like he was doing, then the sword's going to come on you sometimes. And I think he's had to fall on the sword for the favourites. There's plenty of times the options when he should have dropped Bruno, because Bruno's head has gone. These silly red cards and all that. That's when Bruno's head's gone, because he's just lashing out. He's frustrated about something. You rest him. You say, I'm sitting you out this one. Doesn't matter if that's your captain. I watch Liverpool do this norm. Jordan Henderson. He didn't start every game. No. I know he was older than Bruno. I do know that. But Klopp had no problem benching his captain for the betterment of the team. We never do that with Bruno. He has to get himself sent off to be benched. And so I look at that and say, you know what? I'm not going to say good riddance, because that's a little bit hard. I don't like hear people losing their jobs. But he wasn't listening, and he don't listen to his coaches. This is evident now after what we saw with Rude. And I'm glad that Sky, whoever it was, panted and said, look at these two going at it on the bench. That way the fan base knows, you see, these two don't get on. In the heat of the game, when it needs to be done, and you need to hear from your coach. Fergie listened to his coaches, guys. This is why he was successful. He listened to Steve McLaren's and Quintos Quantos and all the mans and whatever they called it. He listened to these guys. This guy don't do that. So between his favourites and hanging himself out to dry, thank you, Eric, but no thank you. You know what I mean?
Well, look, you're only 6 points, I believe, off a top four.
Is it only 6?
I think
feels
it's
like more.
I think it's 6 or 7 points.
It feels like more, Norm.
I think it's 6 or 7 points. I think, the way you've been playing and the games that you've been losing, and you would think it'd be more, but you're sitting 14th currently as it stands. Look, Amorim coming in now. I do think you will see a style of play. Quintus Quantus.
I couldn't think of his name, mate. Quintus Quantus decided good, bro. The Portuguese guy, Leon. The Portuguese guy. I can't remember his name now.
It's like he's speaking in tongues, brother. You know.
You know the ones.
But no,
the Portuguese guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
anyone in the chat remembers his name?
Yeah, I know.
I can see his face, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
his name.
He went to manage. Did he manage Portugal at some point? Or
did
he manage Portugal?
He went to Madrid, Norm. At the Barcelona or Madrid, he went and it didn't work out for him.
It was Carlos Quiros.
Carlos, there you go, man.
There you go. Yeah. It was Carlos Quiros. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
It was Carlos. Quintus.
Because boy, I know it was some mad name he got there. Yeah, Carlos. Yeah. But you have to remember as well the whole. So actually, like the whole changing how Ferguson do it every 2 to 3 years, change it up, bring some fresh coaches in. Because the players, the long-term ones, need to hear different voices. Yeah. And maybe that's something that you guys need to look at.
That's what I think Fergie did really well. He always evolved. Do you know what I mean? He kept changing up, and that's something that maybe Arsenal didn't do, especially with when Wenger was there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he stuck with the boys, didn't he?
Yeah. And
then he gets stale, Norm.
Yeah,
it's like anything.
And that was the same voice. And that was what was happening in the end. Do you know what I mean? He did get stale with Arteta. Keep saying Arteta with Wenger.
Awesome.
To the point, the guy come out and said top 4 is like a trophy, and then everybody's latched onto it because now top 4 is like a trophy. At the time when he said it, I was frustrated and angry because I'm saying we hadn't won a trophy. It was all about getting. Listen, he's done well with the money that he didn't have. He done well to get in the Champions League 17, 18 years. In a row. And then obviously the first year, when he ends up finishing outside, that's when they had to act. And the rest, the rest is history with Unai Emery coming in. Fans didn't really take to him, and then now we have Arteta at the wheel, who's evidently only won one FA Cup trophy, and we're now coming up to 5 years. I want to see a trophy. I want to see us win this. Listen, if we win tonight, we get through to the quarterfinals. A couple of more rounds to go and win the final. So let's take this seriously. It looks like he's picked a relatively strong side. We've got a strong bench, so I think we should go on and win tonight. I'll be shocked if there is a shock tonight. So I'm kind of
just checking our lineup as you say that.
Yeah.
Because Rude as well is in charge tonight.
Right. Yeah. And he will be obviously in charge of the game on when you guys play. Is it Sunday? I think you play Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. Chelsea's. I think Chelsea's Sunday.
Yeah.
He's got an interest in here. He's given an Arnold a rest.
Okay.
I don't think this guy's. I think he's played once for us. That
new guy. Yeah.
So he started him. He's playing. Okay. He's got Martins at left back.
Yeah.
The little Lindelof centre back. Delot right back. Kaz and Ugarte.
Has he started Ahmed?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't.
No, he's gone Rashford. Bruno and Garnacho in the 3 with Rashford on the right rather than the left, and Xerxes up front rather than Xerxes over Højlund. Interesting, yeah.
Want to make a little point there?
Yeah. Interesting. I'm just seeing who's on the bench.
You from the Aston Villa game. Listen, man, playing the man. What up to you? Get out, you know.
Yeah.
But
you guys heard about Luke Shaw, right? He got an injury, being injured. Terminated contract.
Sell this guy.
Terminated contract. Yeah, done with it.
Don't even sell him. Just rip it up.
Just say, how much do we owe you? 20 mil? It's a 20 mil. Get going.
Yeah, because this,
ridiculous.
Since the start of the season, this guy has not played for Man United. I know he played. Did he play one game with England during the Euros? I'm sure he did.
Yeah. He got fit for a start, didn't he?
Yeah.
What quarterfinals? I think it was,
or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
You got to look at Luke Shaw and say, bro.
Yeah. You definitely need to get a new left back. If not in January, if not in the January, because you're having the
Fernandes guy on loan. Bring him back.
Yeah, because you're having to play players that don't play in a position out of a position to play there. Like Arsenal.
I actually think Leach can play there. No.
Well, I think he's built.
So it'd be interesting to see.
He's built
to play there.
He's a little bit. So, he's built to play there. Me personally.
So even if this goes with the wing backs going up, Ugarte slotting in and Kaz and then 3 going into the attack, as in Martinez and Dalot.
What formation is he playing?
He's gone 4-2-3-1 again. So very similar to what Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
So because it's what they know, he's not trying to get them out of rhythm for now. But when a new man comes in, he says, "Listen, I'll play about 3. Who can play about 3? You see Harry Maguire, hand up. I can boss. Watch, you watch. You watch Harry. He'll be happy."
Just going back to Amorim coming in, and the new era will start obviously maybe towards the end of November. With that said, where Man United, and I know they've got money, but under Ten Hag, he's got his team there, 600 million spent whilst he's been there. Amorim comes in. Do you do anything in January, or do you have a total reset again? Because he will have time to assess his players between November and the end of the season.
Yeah.
Will there be another big spend in the summer?
In January?
No, in the summer. I'd say in the summer. I don't think you're going to go too wild in January. Yeah.
No, just a backup left back in January, I think.
Yeah, I think what he needs to do is, as I say, get the team solid. Yeah, and then get them playing once they understand how he wants to play. He's going to play this 3-4-3. Yeah, come the summer, is it another rebuild again and another load of money spent? Because there's going to be a lot of players that he might not think actually can play his system. Do you think there's going to be another big spend in the summer?
Wow.
And you've got to look at PSR and look at FFP. All
yeah. Well, the thing is, he will definitely look at the left back position. He's not going to trust Luke Shaw because everyone that's trusted Luke Shaw to get fit for them and be consistent has been fired. So he's going to look at that and say, all right, forget the Luke Shaw thing. He's not going to do the player FC thing or the favourites. I don't think he has a problem, regardless of what the club are paying, to say, yeah, I'm not starting you this week. Earn it. And I actually don't mind that. I think we'll always spend, but I think they'll look to sell. So don't be surprised to see Lindelof, maybe Maguire go.
So that
hanging on there.
I
think we have to sell to spend.
Right.
Especially if we don't qualify for Champions League, which is looking highly unlikely now.
Yeah.
At this rate. Unless we have a miracle in the Europa League and turn this position 21
first. I think you're 21st, and you've not
21st,
won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You've not 21. Won in 11 European games. That's mad.
Come on, man.
That's crazy,
and this is what I'm saying about holding on to his job. He must have really convinced them that they were his messiah coming into the club and saving him from being stressed out doing all the work.
Yeah.
But he wanted that smoke. He wanted the Fergie smoke till he realised this is Manchester United. I can't cope. Can't do all the wheeling and dealings. I can't coach the team. I can't. And then he just said, right, I'm drowning. So you know what? I'm gonna every press conference, I'm just gonna talk about the injuries. Just got stale. You still got a squad of, even with the injuries, there was still 18 to 19 available players at any given time in the positions. Yes, you might have to play the odd one out, as in switching Gillo to right back, to left back, and bringing in Wan-Bissaka, things like that. So what? I just feel like I just got tired to a point I couldn't even watch the press conferences anymore. Norm, it was like just mute it, man. No point, no point, because just gonna lie to me, and he's gonna tell me that what I saw for 90 minutes I didn't really see it. Because in training they're brilliant.
Yeah, well, you've asked that question. I think loads of times we put on the chat. What is this guy talking about? What is he seeing that we ain't seen?
That we've just watched as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's on TV. I haven't been in Old Trafford for a hot minute, but honestly, like we're not stupid. Us guys understand football. We're not saying we're professionals. As fan base supporters, we understand football. And when you're watching a game where you see no cohesiveness within your team, we can't keep the ball. It's like a hot potato.
Yeah.
And a man's telling me about we was unlucky. No, you can't be unlucky if you can't keep the ball, my brother. If you haven't got the ball, you're not going to score. So just simple maths. He wasn't telling us simple maths. He was telling us 1.1 was 12.
Yeah.
No, brother.
Yeah. He always had an. If it weren't referee decisions or injuries. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that I just said I saw some games where he was terrible, and yet he would come out and say, "Well, actually, we played really well." And I'm thinking, what game was he watching?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And not only that, what game was the in-game managing
as well?
Say that.
Yeah.
You're the one in control of in-game management, and that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So straight away, it's like every press conference, the man's giving me bare red flags.
Yeah.
And I'm saying,
Play,
my brother, last night my brother called me and he said, I can't believe they took this long to fire him, D. I said, bro, I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. I'm tired of this brother.
Well, it's happened now. It's a new leaf to be turned over. And let's hope that he does hit the ground running. I'm sure he will. Where you will probably finish eventually in the league. I mean, as I said, you're only 6 or 7 points off a top 4. With him coming in, listen, you got a big game. You got a big game on Sunday against Chelsea.
Boy,
and Ez, before you knew that he wasn't gonna make it until the end of November, what was your feelings? Lead up to game, Amorim taking over, new manager bounce, maybe getting his, being in a dugout at Man United fans just, can you imagine the buzz that's going on? How did you feel going into the game? And obviously your side, Chelsea, doing really well in the league. Cole Palmer doing bits, that pre-assist pass that he did, brother. What a pass. So how do you feel, one, about, going up to Man U this weekend, and two, in general, just how your team is playing, and do you feel that top 4 is a definite for you?
Yeah, I think starting with the Man U, it's typical that they've shifted the manager just before we play him. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I could have probably put, especially after your last 2 games.
Yeah.
Against Fenerbahce and West Ham.
Yeah.
I was probably thinking it's a good time to play United. But you've got to understand though, where you are right now is exactly where Chelsea's been the last 2 years.
Yeah,
What starts to happen when your team's not winning and there's new this and there's new that is the media start to blow up every story. I don't know if you lot remember in the group chat, I told you that Chelsea's got the media going crazy about everything. Yeah. Everything was coming out in the media. Everything. Yeah. Trainers, there's not enough space in the training room, the dressing room, and some of the players. Yeah. Oh man, all of that going on, right? And now all of a sudden, Ballon d'Or's going on. They're saying that Mainu and one of your other players try to get on City's plane.
Yeah. What kind of madness was that?
I'm telling you, if you're winning,
I mean, there's cost cutting and there's be ridiculous, isn't there?
But I'm telling you, bro, if you're winning, that ain't making the media.
No. That's right.
But when you're not winning, they're going right. Yeah, let's get that out. Let's get that because it's getting the fans even more.
But as you say that, Ez, though, it's what I said to Norman. Maybe he hadn't come on it yet. I said I got blindsided by the sacking. I really did, because I thought they're not going to sack him because A, B, and C. And when they did it, I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Because normally there's a leak, as you said, there's a leak, and then the leak saying, yes, sources close to the club. You know the ones when they say sources close to the club, man's getting fired. But we didn't hear any of that. No. All this thing with Ruben Amorim was either there was nothing there. Suddenly, that's the guy they're looking at. You're like, yo. So I like the way they're moving in silence in that sense, but there's no point saying there's nothing about really. You have to just let them do what they have to do in it.
But this is just it, D. When you're down that side of the table, it starts getting crazy. Now, the match on Sunday, I'm watching Man United tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah? I'm scouting from today. I want to see what Rudy's on from tonight. And
that makes an awful lot of sense because it's pointless looking beyond what Rudy's doing because he's gonna take over tonight. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm sure in the back of his head, he would have loved to take on a Man United job, but that's not the case. But I get what you're doing, Ez. That's a very good as a manager. You'll see how's this man going to set up because he's playing another Premier League side.
Exactly.
So Maresca has attention to detail. Yeah, that man is attention to detail, and you can see the way in his game, the way he sets up and everything. So Ez, fire away on that one.
I mean, and then so we'll put a pin in on Sunday. I'll probably put something in the group chat tonight based on United. I've already got the screen set up downstairs. Man United's on and Chelsea on the other, and my wife's got the Arsenal game gonna have on. So we're gonna got three screens gonna be going on. You know what I mean? I don't know which way I'm gonna look, but then let's start with Maresca, man. What he's got Chelsea doing is and it's in silence. It's not so much look what we're doing, we're gonna win the title. It's a big difference from last season when we was 12th this time last year.
Yeah.
12th, 11th, somewhere around there, to now where we're 1 point behind Arsenal. I would not have said going into November, 1 point behind Arsenal, which is not a point of top 4. And we're unbeaten apart from the teams that are genuinely better than us. Liverpool and Man City is the only teams we've lost to.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and credit to the gaffer, money's been spent. And have you noticed no one's talking about the 1.5 billion we spent this season?
Yeah, they
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the results are coming in now.
Yeah.
Last season, they would have been, you heard it. We've been here 2 years.
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
been doing this since 2022. You know, you know, gents, I'm more, even if we don't win anything, I can see where the project is going. And then Cole Palmer, the boy, you know, a guy that we had 3 Premier League starts, came to Chelsea last season and has pretty much played every game. Now he looks like he's been playing for a long time. I don't want to get carried away. He needs to keep it up. But when he's doing them passes, that what you're talking about, Lord, that pre-assist, it just looks like he's enjoying his game. He doesn't look phased either. He doesn't really like you know,
even I think when he did his post-match interview, it was so dry. Yeah, it's just like
the guy didn't even know who Zola was when they said, "Oh yeah, you know Zola." Yeah, you know what I mean? He said,
he must have thought it was a bottle of Coke.
Well, he said, "Oh yeah, I think he's on FIFA." Yeah, he looks all right. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's cool. But I want him to stay there. I want him to stay out of this media bubble where he's just playing. He's like a kid in a park, and that's the better place to be. Because when you see what they do to Bellingham when they start saying he is him. Oh yeah, he is him.
Yeah, keeping the pressure on him.
And now this season, he's thinking up the joint. You know, 1 assist this season.
Yeah, he hasn't scored all season. Yeah.
Even
and it's funny because
Mbappe's sticking up the joint as well.
Even Mbappe,
yeah.
Right,
Well,
it
was
was it 4-0?
4-0.
Yeah.
El Clasico.
Listen, Ancelotti is walking a thin line, bro.
Hey, but then when you've got them players, he shouldn't even have to tell them nothing. He shouldn't even. When you've got Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mudryk, Rudiger, well, you don't need to say anything. You don't even need to.
But you said the Mbappe thing, right? My understanding is that he didn't want him no. It's like club signing.
But what you got to understand, I think a lot of the players that are signed is signed by the club, not the manager. You got to remember the fans own the club.
I know,
and that's why the fans have got the power.
They've got the president.
Listen, they're not like our fans, especially Arsenal and Man United fans, where they, you know, come in second every year and clapping. That's not good. Listen, Real Madrid. Let me just tell you this now. That's the first time they've lost in 43 games or 44 games. And the fans want him out. That's mad. Yeah, so they really do.
I mean, this is Don Carlo, man.
Because what they're basically saying is, what I'm saying, D, they when your expectation is when you're winning trophies and you're up there, they want to see you up there and stay up there. If you're not doing the business, sling your hook. Yeah, I know it's hard, and some people might look at that and go, well, actually, that's quite harsh. But they have these very high standards. Yeah, something that a lot of the English clubs don't have. Yeah.
And the thing is,
we're happy to just go, oh, yeah, we done well. You know, we come second, we come third, and top 4 is like a cup. And let's go and win something. You understand?
No, but I tell you, I remember 3 decades ago we were in Barcelona for match day, and when I say nothing is open, you know, bro.
Yeah,
they shut it down.
Yeah.
And when was there the guy that said, "Oh, this is like religion." When the football's on, at the match or you're at home watching the match. It was insane, Norm. Every car was parked up, every restaurant was shut. There's a few bars that had the screens that were open, make a little bit of money, but everything else was just in a hotel. It was like, yo. And then we actually went to the new camp, me and Sheen. So we went, and I was like, yo, this is next levels. So you know that the control of the fan base, the control of the Catalan, all of it.
Yes.
It's just like, yo, this is
no.
And the same for Real Madrid as well. They both clubs.
Proper,
you know what I mean? But listen,
religion,
Hansi Flick is doing a fantastic job with. The man's got 17-year-olds, guy. You're deep in it. You're mal. You're mal, you know. 17-year-olds people, and we can't. My manager or Arsenal's manager can't get Ethan on. Listen, I think he's good enough to play in the Premier League. I really do. I'm not saying chuck him right in there, you know what I mean? But give him more time. 5 minutes is not enough. Yeah, and I think he's showing him a lot of disrespect. I really do think he's showing Ethan Herrera a lot of disrespect. But I'll quickly come onto our game. But just flicking back to Chelsea, the fact that as you're really happy with what Maresca is doing, the spotlight is now off in terms of how much money you spend because you're winning games. Yeah. All right, listen, what further down the road, because as I say, top 4 now, is a fight. You know what I mean? I'm even looking at our club now and thinking, bro, if we carry on playing the way we're playing, bro, we could be missing out on that.
Well. Look, Maresca did say at the beginning of the season that this team is good enough to finish top 4. So he's put, even though now he's trying to play that down a bit. I think.
Yeah, I read that. I did read that. Yeah, I did read that. Yeah.
He's trying to play it down now. But when he first joined, he did say that this team is good enough to play. But one more thing about Maresca is he's mashing up the media. They try to corner him, and this is what ETH didn't have.
100.
They tried to corner him the other day and said, Chelsea's too big to play in the conference team. You're a Champions League team. How do you feel about playing in this competition? And he turned around and said, can I ask you a question? He said, Chelsea didn't finish top 4 last season. So does that make them a Champions League team? And the room's quiet. Pin drop. Then he said, thank you very much. So we're going to respect this competition and we'll talk at the end if we win it. And then we'll deserve to play Europa League. And if we finish top 4, then we're a Champions League team. Yeah. And you know what? Hands down, no more questions. Next.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah. You see, the press like to put this agenda. Do you know what I mean? Once they've got a story to latch onto, and then they get the clickbait and everything, the fans go frenzy and just all crazy. Let's just talk football. Yeah, I'm here to get this side to the level that I think I can get this side. He says, I think that this side can get top 4. I'm being realistic. I don't think we're ready to win the league. But listen, if by any chance, by a miracle that you do it, bro, what can you say? It happened. Listen, I'm not saying because you've obviously won the league before, but look at Leicester. Do you see my man, how he dealt with it? Ranieri dealt with it. He took all whatever the press was chucking at.
That's right.
The guys. And I thought there's no way Leicester are going to go on and win it. They just took it game by game.
Because you remember, every press conference normally it was, so you're going to win the league. So you're going to win the league. Every press conference, it was like, and the way he just batted it away respectfully. Yeah. He's just like, no, you're not putting no pressure on my
said something about, did he say something about, if we do, I'll just go and enjoy some fish and chips with them.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what the top gaffers do.
Exactly. Because there's nothing to write about then.
Yeah.
He was there chatting about fish and chips.
And so that's where I give Maresca his props. The players respect him because he's constantly being honest with them and they're fighting for positions.
Yeah.
So, he's not afraid to drop his very best or let the ones that are not playing, let them know this is why you're not playing. He's straight. Don't care.
And I like the way he's now beginning to integrate Lavia back into the side.
And look at
and to be honest, when he's coming, I saw him, playing in the last couple of games. He's probably been in terms of the midfield, and I understand why he's had to pull in because obviously. You don't want to get a reoccurring injury in that. So he knows how much to play and buy and say,
manage the load.
He's managing. Yeah.
And that's another key thing. He's not interested in the price tags. For example, he dropped Enzo countless amount of
time.
He's dropped
I'm seeing Enzo coming off the bench regularly now. Off the
Once
bench.
again, they asked him, and Enzo was brought in for such a big price tag. Why is there a reason why he's not been playing? Enzo Maresca said, the money didn't come out of my pocket. Did you pay for him?
I love the answers.
And I think that's the difference. is then, oh, Bruno's your captain, you got to play him. Rashford's on 350 week, you got to play him.
Not coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And now,
that's a very good answer. Yeah,
you're on the plane home now. I don't know whether he's going back to Ajax or not. Probably is, but you're on the plane home.
They did say he has gone back on a private plane back to
home. Wherever home is.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Well, I saw the pictures. I did see the picture. And I thought, well, at least they gave him a private jet. They didn't put him on a commercial airline. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like, I know we're trying to cut costs and things, but like, just get him on a private jet to go home, man. You can afford it. Yeah, Man United, and it'll be interesting when he comes out with his memoirs. I'll be looking forward.
Oh man!
Well, you know what? The thing is, I actually think the 17 million will come with a gagging order. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, you can't.
There'll be a non-disclosure there for sure because he's angry.
Some stuff will slip out. There will be. He'll find a way.
But he'll lose the money, you know.
Okay.
The moment you slip up, I asked my brother about it because he's a lawyer. The moment you slip up, they say, right, that's our money. Pay it back.
Yeah.
And then they'll take him to court and mess him up. And then he can't take another job either. They'll have him tied. So he's better just to humble himself, take the money, wait till 5 years' time when he's out of football, if he decides to retire, and to be a family man, then he can talk the business. It don't matter then. Because everyone's well and truly moved on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But big game on Sunday.
Boy. I'm nervous for that.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am nervous for that.
We don't know what you're going to bring. We don't know what you're going to bring.
Exactly.
Because Rude might do one thing today, win or lose, and then Sunday go, right, we're going to tweak that because that didn't work. Or that did work, and we're going to do, you know what I mean? That could go, or your top people might start trying to get you lot ready for your new guy to come in. So he might start with the freeze at the backs and all of that, so you get used to it before your new guy comes in. You know, that might all of those variations. Even Maresca said, we got
yes, Lee, you're right.
Even Maresca said, now we have to prepare for 3 or 4 different variations because he's been watching Rude's videos from back in the Netherlands.
Right.
From when he was a gaffer to work out what might and what might not versus what Man United are currently doing.
He's doing his due diligence, and that's what as a coach you have to. You got to look at everything. You know what I mean? And if he's a good coach tactically wise, he's going to set up and say, right, you know what I mean? Because as I say, you are going. One, you're going to Old Trafford.
That's it.
The fans will probably be up for. They'll probably be a bit disappointed.
There's going to be a bit of a bounce, ain't there?
Yeah. I think that there's going to be a bounce in the stadium, whatever happens, and that bounce is because Eric is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the fan base, how split they are, because I think there was
it's very toxic, Nom. For me, it's very toxic. I think it's very toxic, and it will be interesting to see just how it is now he's gone.
No, I think they'll cheer him. I think they'll cheer on Rude.
I think they will.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because it got toxic.
They've got
under Ten Hag.
At this stage, though, D. You've got to just think about rivalry in terms of split fan base and just get behind the team now. Do you know what I mean?
Because Chelsea is a rivalry. Chelsea is in the spot that we're trying to get in.
Yeah.
And that's not winning the league.
I didn't mean rivalry between Chelsea. I'm talking about the fans in terms of...
Yeah. Sometimes the fans need to just chill.
Fan base, you know what I mean?
Just chill and back the club decision. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because...
One more thing, because I know we'll probably move on from United, but this new guy coming in, I feel like it will bring you good structure, D. For example, you're going to concede a lot less goals.
Yeah.
But his system relies on so much individual brilliance because it's so rigid. It's so rigid.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Come the summer, because he's got to have to assess the players. And I think come the summer, there might be a couple of, even some of the players that are playing now, that are playing as first team players, they might say, well, actually, do you know what I mean?
Well, and also,
you have to remember as well. Sorry, go on.
So that guy Carr's guy has got. He takes the free kicks, he takes the penalties, and he's bagging a lot of goals from nothing. From nothing.
Yeah.
Good player.
Now apparently there's rumours he wants to bring him in.
Well, that's the thing. And it makes me think how much of that is tactical then, and how much of that is the player that he's got that's able to do that at that level in Portugal. Can you do that in the Prem? I don't. No one knows.
I hear you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Listen, we don't know. It's an unknown. It's an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
In the Premier League. So yes, he's doing well with Sporting, but I just say you're coming to the Premier League, and that can either make it or you can get broke up.
And then my parting gift, I'm gonna leave in a minute. Yeah. But there's a picture going around of when Sporting played Ajax and Erik Haag beat him twice.
Yes.
I put it in the group chat. Glimpse that when you're ready.
But something Norm said, Ez, right, earlier about, is it the Ajax way or the Ten Hag way?
Oh,
and for what we've seen at Old Trafford, it is definitely the Ajax way.
Yeah.
I mean, Ajax are bringing in players to play in a system all the way down to youth level. And all Eric had to do was manage that system. So, because that wasn't a Man United system, was it ever going to work? And should you have created the Eric Ten Hag system for this new job in a completely different league? This is not the Eredivisie, man. This is the Premier League. And there's no team that's going to lay down for you. You saw this at the weekend. We all expected City to slap these men 6-0. It was a 1-0. Southampton said, nah.
And I think Southampton even hit the bar as well.
That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah. And so we all expected that to be a crucifixion for Southampton. They conceded 1 goal.
Yeah. But just before Ez, I know Ez has got to go, but let me just quickly say, Ez will be quite happy with this. So let me just share this now. Quickly, Ez. Ez, this is the first time in us doing what's going that you've actually been, not only that, he's in the actual top ends, because that man last season sat in the bottom, for the entire season. That now JP has taken his place. Ez is now got up to 3rd. Getting that.
Man like Ez is coming for me, boy.
I thought I'd bring it early now. 2-1 prediction he got spot on. I was just saying, please, man, Chelsea score another goal.
We almost did, We almost did.
Yeah. Listen, Kofi sits top still with 9 points. Big D on 8 is now only a point behind Big D. He's moving like Maresca.
Hey, listen, and I've been trusting in the Blues, I think I've gone for the Blues every week.
Yeah, 100. And I know Chile, he's been doing this 2-1. He thought, no, I'll just go 3-1. And the man gets slapped up by the Palace.
Oh, yeah.
Barcelona is, man. Oh, listen, I knew this was going to happen with to Tottenham. Yeah, you go and do what you did, and then you go and lose 1-0. Madness. Yeah. And they were laughing at us when we lost to Bournemouth. And look what they go, listen, Palace, who have not won a game all season, Glasner under a lot of pressure. They go there and they were not good. Even Postecoglou came out and said that it was terrible. We did not play well. I'm not happy with the way we're playing. The fans are not happy. The guy in the post match said, and he said, what do you mean if the fans are not happy? Of course they're not happy. Why are you asking a silly question like that?
Yeah, silly question.
Silly question. Obviously, we played bad. And then there was that issue with Van der Ven taking down, I can't remember which player. I think it might have been... I can't remember the player that went down. And they were saying, was that a possibly red card? We're going to go back to...
Another sticking point, wasn't it? Yeah.
Look at him. This guy... This man love to sit in the chat, Soon as we pull up about his club, his joke of a club that's just yo-yoing, and then when things are not going right, man just goes to Man City, Pull up on the show, Chile. Pull up on the show, You played tonight, 8:15. Chile, your second team is coming to your toilet bowl to deal with you.
That was the question. Who's he going to support? Which one?
I don't know. Who's he going to support? People in the chat. Who's Chile going to support? Is it Man City, the Blues, or is Lily White's Spurs? Because Postecoglou did say in his second season, we always win. I always win trophies. Well, we'll see. Yeah. I just woke up. I'm tired. I'm tired. I know. I hear that. But actually, as you can see, on there, Ez is right up there now, 3rd place. You're sitting down in 5th.
Leapfrog mans, you know what I mean?
I don't know Wagwan. What's this? I. Why does she keep putting I? Why does she keep putting I? Or maybe she wants to say something to Chile after him spotting my son. You may speak, Jay. You may speak. Yeah. But listen, Ez, big up to you. In terms of moving up the table.
Sunday, bro.
Man. Looking forward to that game. Let's see what go on.
You know already.
We will be talking about if you're in the chat, then stick your stuff in the chat because we're just going to be talking with a couple of referee decisions, and we're going to talk about Arsenal and why they're playing with the handbrake on. So we're going to come to that. But big up to you. Yeah, man. No problem, bro. Big up to you, bro. Big up. Bless up, man. Yes, sir. Let's stop sharing the screen. Let's quickly move on to because my game is starting not too long from now, so I want to just really
I think we're 8 o'clock. I think we're 8 o'clock.
Yeah, mine is quarter to 8.
Is it? Let me check it now.
Yes, I did. If Ireland could take a little knock. Right, okay. Jay, have you got something to say to Chile? Have you got something to say to Chile? Oi, your son, the phone robber, only did Right, let's just share this thing, yeah? So, my son, spotted Chile in a van. Yeah, I'm not going to say where. And he spotted him and he started walking up to the van. And my son was wearing all black. Yeah. And Chile got scared. Chile started to hide the phone, you know. He started to hide the phone. And my son come and knock on the window. Chile moved.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw Chile. He moved the phone, right? And then he goes, "Are you Chile?" Chile's like, "Whoa, what's this?" He goes, How do you know me? How do you know me? He said, "Yeah, I'm Norman's dad. I'm Norman's son." And he's like, "Oh, okay. How am I that famous then?" Yeah. Chile got bombed. Chile got bombed.
Well, it is London, mate, and it is London.
Yeah, man, it's London. But my son is a gentle giant. He wouldn't have done a thing to you. It would have probably smashed up your van because you supported Spurs, but that's. But big up to you, Chile, man. Big up to you. I know you're tired of that, but listen, stay in the chat, enjoy it. We just want to quickly touch on Arsenal quickly and a couple of refereeing decisions with yours, and we're gonna end the show, my friend. Now, Handbrake FC needs to stop playing it safe. It's affecting our results. It's affecting our results, mate. Yeah. Because that game where it was a game of two halves. Game of two halves. We started on the front foot. Saka, beautiful ball over the top from Ben White. He chops in, nutmegs Robinson, who's probably now needs to hang up his boots now, and scores. It gives the goalkeeper the eyes in the top right-hand corner. Gave him the eyes because he thought he was going to put it left side.
That's right. Yeah.
Beautiful goal. Absolutely beautiful goal. And the thing about Arsenal is just that when we score goals, it's then we then kind of revert back into our shell. Yeah. Arsenal this season, compared to say we're playing too pragmatic, we're playing too safe. Wenger used to say this thing when we used to go to the games where we hadn't played well. He used to say we're playing with the handbrake on. We need to let the handbrake off and play. We are too pragmatic. In the second half, it was a game of two halves because Liverpool started to come onto us. Yeah, Liverpool started to come onto us, and we sat back. And we had a couple of injuries to Gabriel. You know, he went down. Gabriel Magalhaes went down. We had to swap him out. Timber went down with cramp. We had to bring in Kivior, who, as I say, we've not fixed the bench. We're bringing him on. Drop off. Yeah, that goal was probably down to Kivior. Lewis Skelly had to come on. Listen, he's jumping in front of Zinchenko, who's meant to be our left back. He's playing him instead of Zinchenko. He played him instead of Zinchenko in the chat to the next Champions League. Yeah, he's coming up before. So Zinchenko's right down the pecking order now. Yeah, so he doesn't have much faith in these guys. We've stacked with defenders, but right now we didn't have Saliba for that game. But we've done well first half. I would say we played on the.
Was that a suspension, no? Wasn't it that game?
Yes, suspension. So
one game.
One game.
Yeah.
But it's just frustrating the way we are playing. It's not sustainable. I was talking with Ian. God, we're always at each other. After a game, showing that he was discussing what I've said and whatever. But one thing he said to me, which Ian is a big Arteta fan and whatnot, and big up to you. We've got our different opinions on him. He's saying the style of football that we're playing right now is not sustainable. No, it's not sustainable, D, because the thing is, we've got the players to play on the front foot. Last season, we was doing it. We're smacking teams, especially at the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden, and Roy Keane came out and said, I don't know if it's a mentality thing. I don't know if it's PTSD with Arteta, why he's frightened of losing. Because I think he goes into games not wanting to lose. Yeah. But, you need to, if you're 2-1 up, you see that game out. You see that game, and then you've got the mutant fans back saying, oh, it's the referee's fault and it's this and it's that. No, the referees don't determine Arsenal winning a game.
Right.
Yeah. I don't care what anything. Go out there and don't give the referee a decision, or you're relying on the referee to help you get through a game.
Yeah.
Don't go out and win the game. You've got the player, your first 11 or so, 13 players. You've got those players. Yes, we are, got injuries, and I hear that. But you're 2-1 up at home. Second half, we just sat back. It's just like we were playing with 10 men. I'm trying. Wait. When we was closing them out in the first half. They had to keep going long. Yeah. Second half, they come out. They just sat back, and then they invited Liverpool. And the pundit said, I can't remember if it was Gary Neville saying that Liverpool will score. Liverpool will get a goal, and they end up equalising. Yeah. And we go into that game, come out of that game 2-2. Yeah. People might say that was probably a fair result. You're then bringing on. They're making triple changes at 60-odd minutes. We're making changes. Yes, we had to make false changes because of Mangalese going down and Timber, whatever. But then you're bringing on Jesus and you're bringing on Ethan Ranieri, in the 85th minute to try and see if we can muster and get that last-minute winner. It's crazy, man. That's what frustrates me, brother.
He has to play him loose, doesn't he?
They ain't gonna. Palmyra came in for him. Palmyra came in for him, because their window is slightly open longer. This is a couple of weeks ago, and Arsenal said, "No, this guy's not. This guy's played how many times for us?" And I think he's scored 19 goals. 19 goals.
Sentiments, isn't it? Sentiments FC. That is.
It's not good enough. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. And tonight he's playing up front. He needs to come true. He needs to come true because at the moment he's got 0 goals for this club. 0 goals.
It's not good, is it?
It's not good. It's not good enough, and that's what
these guys are on a lot of money as well, known not to be contributing. I think that's where I get frustrated. Where I just say, like, this, again, it's a midfielder bailing out the strikers again just to get our 1 goal. It's like.
So Chile, that was a last-minute thing. We never planned to get Sterling. It's because Chelsea didn't want him. Yeah. We weren't planning to go and get anybody to cover Saka. And when Sterling does come on, listen, he still needs to prove himself. But at the moment, I ain't seen that from him at the moment. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We've not got a deep squad. When I say we've got 22 players in a squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our bench. Yeah. When you look at our bench, sometimes I'm thinking, who's going to come on and change the game? Who's going to come on and change the game? You know what I mean? You take Odegaard out there, you take Saka out there, and you just see the creativity's gone. He won't. He refuses to play Ethan Ranieri. Take a chance on him. Take a chance on him. That's all we ask. We ask in every game. You know what I mean? This is bringing him in with 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. It's not good enough. Obviously, he's starting tonight. So when I go and watch the game, I'm going to assess him and see how he gets on. Because some people say, oh, well, he's starting, but he hasn't really done nothing. So I'm gonna see him tonight. I thought Sterling was back up for Saka. Listen. He plays on both sides, But for me, I was expecting. So I just think that Sterling has run his course. He's played for a number of clubs. You could see for Chelsea that Maresca didn't feel he was good enough for Chelsea. So why would he be good enough for Arsenal?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I think there comes a point where
that's where the frustration comes for me.
Yeah. I think you come to a point where you look at Father Time and you say, sometimes you have to just be honest with yourself and drop down to lower leagues and just play. Yeah, like the pressure Sterling's on at Arsenal now in a team that's trying to pursue a title. Every time he comes on, that's pressure. And maybe you just ain't got it. Maybe that's just not him anymore.
But the thing is, as well, in that game where Saka came back, him and Timber came back, and they were coming back from, injuries. Obviously, the situation with Timber is because of the ACL attack, so you have to kind of bed him back in slowly. But he went down with cramp. Thank God, you know what I mean? It was only cramp. But Sterling was kind of playing at 40%. Remember, he had that hamstring thing. He's on the bench tonight.
Right. Yeah,
he's on the bench tonight. But he played him until the 85th minute. If you're going to play someone to the 85th minute, of course the guy's going to come back fatigued. And when fatigue hits your body and hits your muscles, you're going to pick up an injury. Right now, Arteta is trying to shuffle the pack. Yeah,
you think he's desperate? No,
we've got all the defenders out. All our defenders are out. So he's now playing. He's playing Thomas Partey at right back. Which, listen, he had a good game. Not going to say he didn't have a good game. He was at fault for the goal in between him and Havertz when Havertz lost his player Diaz, and then my man came and jumped in between him, between Partey, Van Dijk, and ended up getting the equaliser in the first half. And then we scored from Moreno from a set piece. Why the decision took so long when you could clearly see that Van Dijk's big foot was keeping him on, but it takes so long and make a big drama and all of that business out of it. Yeah. You understand? And that's why the whole ref watch thing and, you know, the foul that some people said it was and something, why did entertain a play blow late? Listen, when I looked at that, my personal opinion, I didn't think it was a foul. I didn't think it was a foul. Yeah. So Anthony was calling it back and saying that the foul was on Sobosai when Kivior jumped up. I think Sobosai backed into him. That's my personal opinion. Big up, big up, Craig. We say, bro.
Yes, Craig. Yeah, man.
If Arte was doing the same job at Spurs, then the same top gooners would be the first to point out the lack of silverware. But when it's their own door, they ignore, blinded by bias. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the bias, it is. You know what I mean? They would rather be talking about our club, opposition club. We'd rather talking about our clubs than focusing on their clubs. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just that we've got online. We've got a lot of Arsenal fans online that like to spout out, you know, and blame the referee for this. If it's not that, go and win your game. Yeah. If a decision goes your way, it doesn't go your way. It happens to all teams. Yeah. It may look like, because I'm focusing on my team. I don't know what's going on with Chelsea. I don't know what's going on with Man United and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You look at your situation, ref watch. You didn't think, when I saw it, I didn't think it was a foul. That soft, the soft penalty.
Yeah, the soft penalty, yeah.
Yeah, and I think you asked the question, I think you said you're falling out of love with watching the Premier League, and I think it's because of the whole
because
bar situation.
That just felt like a scam, Norm. Like, for whatever reason. And the thing is, I think this is where I was probably more annoyed as well. That penalty decision shouldn't have mattered. We had enough chances in the game Great, you got
very sad day.
David football. This is what I said. I was getting trolled by Liverpool fans. A lot of Liverpool fans were trolling me on different chats. Yeah. And I said, I'll tell you, man, every fan base is in tears that we fired him. No one wants him to get fired. So I'm actually happy that
we did not. But sorry, going back
to and they said, keep him. But it's I just feel, Norm, the chances we missed, Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, the chances we missed, that penalty, that dodgy penalty shouldn't
have mattered. Would have mattered.
Exactly,
that's what I'm trying to say to you. Do your business, do your job.
Yeah.
Do your job.
That way, if you get a bad one,
rather than blaming everything on the officials.
Yeah.
Listen, in general, the officialing in this country is bad.
Yeah.
It affects everybody. Yeah.
Because
if we had done the business against Liverpool, nobody would be talking about
exactly
that. No, you wouldn't because you've done the business. But because it's like, I don't know what it is about fans, and let's say Arsenal fans. It's like we know that Man City are good, and when we are supposed to have won that game, we're now looking for a way out. Yeah,
exactly.
Norms, who's at the back for you tonight? Timber, Saliba, Kivior, and Zinchenko. But that should be enough to beat Preston. That should be enough. That should be enough to beat Preston. So I don't want to be blaming the referees, PGML, and all that. I ain't got time for that. Arsenal, go and do your job and go and win on the field. Listen, there was this theory that people are chucking around, especially the top gooners, and I said it on a show on another show. Right, D, check this, They're saying that Arsenal can't win with 10 men. Oh no, I remember the Arsenal that played under Wenger, when we played proper football, individual talent, but we played collective as a team. Right, let me just say this, D. Right, in the Premier League era, I'm not talking about before the Premier. I'm talking about Premier League. Arsenal, I think, followed by Everton, I think Everton have got the second most red cards. We've had 57 red cards, D. How many out of those games do you think we've won? We've had 57 red cards in the Premier League. How many out of those 57 do you think we've won? because a lot of people are saying, the notion is a lot of people are saying that, you know, every time we've gone down to 10 men, you know, it's because of the referee and we would have won those games. So there's three games.
You probably won about 70% of them games, though, with 10 men. What a likely.
Okay, you're probably right. You're 31 games we won.
There you go.
Yeah, slightly less, slightly there. 31 games.
Yeah.
And we lost 26. You're telling me that you're telling me 12. What do you mean 12?
Not too chilly there.
Is he saying 2-1 to Arsenal? I don't know what 12 is. I mean, yeah, you're talking in code, my brother. But yeah.
Oh no, I think he's saying 12 games, maybe. He's saying 12 games?
12 games what?
But
it's no, Chile. It's 31 games we've won and 26 we've lost.
Yeah, so right.
In the Premier League era.
You've actually won around 80% then, or thereabouts. So
yeah, if you did, I mean, I'm not brilliant at maths, but
there or thereabouts. Yeah, but how many games were you already winning?
I've not looked into that, Leon. Let's not look at the nuts and bolts here. Yeah, come on now, misbehave yourself. Yeah, don't come with that rubbish in my ear rolls. Yeah, it doesn't matter because even when we was winning in the Brighton game, and Declan Rice got sent off, we was winning in that game, but we ended up drawing that game. Yeah, the Man City game, Mr. Leon Brown, we was winning that game. Yeah. And then they came back and equalized 2-2.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm trying to say is let's not get away from the notion, because what we're saying is that because of the way we're playing now, that pragmatic, they're coming on to us. Arsenal will still play on the front foot. I was so confident that we'd go and win our games. Yeah? It's a good question. Yes, Chile, it's a good question. But I've just given you two examples there of this season under Arteta.
I think it shows that he's actually quite vulnerable now, Norm, as in Arteta, because regularly you see Arsenal try and protect a 1-0 lead. It's too regular. They weren't doing that football. Yeah.
We weren't doing that last season and the season before.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I think he's worried about, we only missed out by 1 point this season. But listen, we're 5 points. Listen, the season is not done yet. But I'm telling you, right, we are playing 4 away games. And in that, we're playing Newcastle away. We play Chelsea away. We have to win those 2 games because the likelihood is that Man City will go and win their games and they can go on a run, even though they haven't got Rodri or they haven't got KDB. Right. But they're still
grinding out results. Yeah.
Still grinding out results, and they're still unbeaten. They're still unbeaten,
which is annoying, isn't it? In terms of the chasing back, you actually want them to be slipping up somewhat. You should be asking why you listen. Okay,
okay. So look, what you got to understand, Chile. I should be answering that question, but at the end of the day, that is just what football is. We've gone into games and we was probably a dirty team. Not gonna lie, Bergkamp, dirty player. You understand? Vieira. Him and Roy Keane when them catch up. Understand? Yeah. But listen, at the end of the day, out of those 57 games, we won 31. So there's no excuse. We've got to stop going away from the excuse that we can't win with 10 men.
10 men, because it's been done.
We got to sort our discipline. That's the furthermore. Because if we had 11 men, I don't know for the Man City game, because I think with the Man City game, we just had to sit back and just hope. And the last 30 seconds, we whatever. The Liverpool game, 2 points dropped. Arteta too slow to make subs, too defensive in the second half. You can't win games being so defensive. Never mind winning the league, and that's it. That is the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem with Arsenal. So he needs to start being brave. Go out and play. You've got the players to do it, and I think, it's just general with football now. A lot of the football now is system football. Back in the 90s, the early 2000s, mid 2000s, we were seeing really nice flying football, creative football, individualism, but at the same time playing as a team. Here it's like if it doesn't work in that system, it just falls apart. Yeah, Martinelli, listen. I don't know what's happened to Martinelli. I really don't.
I actually nicknamed him Martin Kelly because you're playing like Martin Kelly, isn't he?
No, has he got a Brazilian passport? I need to ask that question.
Exactly.
As Jesus got a Brazilian passport, because what I saw from him on Saturday, he head down, runs down the line, but I think he was frightened of Konate. I really do think he was frightened of Konate, because every time he went down the line, because he was taking on Trent. But as soon as Konate come across, who was their best player, man said, "Oh no, I'm not having this." Is Arteta telling them to listen? Saka, I remember when he played under Unai Emery and he played at left left. I think Wenger even started playing him at left wing back.
Wing back, that's right.
Players
Yeah.
on. They were cooking under Martinelli, Saka, Tierney was cooking under Emery.
Tierney, that's right. Yes, Tierney as well.
They were cooking. I mean, Arteta doesn't want Tierney because Tierney can't play that inverted thing. Yeah, so it is.
Yeah, but he's one of your best at overlapping and underlapping.
Exactly.
The winger.
Yeah, where Zinchenko cuts in. Cuts inside. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, and as I say, playing that style of football is not.
The pragmatic thing is not the one for you guys.
Yeah. In good teams, coaches hold players accountable. In great teams, players hold players accountable. Because you know, D.
Yep.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
He went to that changing room. Listen, brother. He was gripsing up. He was gripsing up, man. And the same for. But
David Beckham talked about it. He said, bare times Roy just got him by his collar and said, just. I ain't gonna say what he said to him, but just, you know what I mean?
Just know.
Stop your foolishness. We're trying to win this game.
Yeah.
Just be David Beckham. Don't do nothing extra.
Yeah.
And he said that when Roy spoke to him, he listened. He's like, okay, Roy, yes. Yeah, man. Sorry. And he get that down and do his overlaps with Neville and create. Just do that. And I think sometimes the game is so overthought that when you're watching what they're doing, you're saying, that was just a simple pass to me. Why did you do that? Why are we conceding? Because every single time we got to play out from the back. Why?
Yeah, it's too robotic, D.
Yeah, because
and you know what? It's Man City. It's Man City's fault.
Yeah,
they do it well, but it's boring. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't play off the cuff. You know, Foden is a kind of player that will play off the cuff within that system, but they play to a tight regime, and everybody because Pep is playing at the back, everybody's got a copy Pep. Some teams will do it well, some teams are. Because I'm thinking to myself, well, if we have so much possession, why is it sometimes our passing accuracy is out? Why is it that we can't look after the ball? You see, Pep, they do it well. They suffocate teams. Yeah, we to a degree, but I think the type of football and the style of football that we're playing this season is far too negative. And every game that we played, the only game I'll say where we played on the front foot and played 90 minutes is PSG in the Champions League. Other than that, you know what I mean? Okay, first half of the Liverpool game on the front foot. Okay. But then the second half, we come out, we sat back with how much man behind the ball. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, Anthony Taylor is the ref for the Arsenal Liverpool. Wait, was it Anthony Taylor the ref for the Arsenal? Yes, he was. Yeah. If Roy is the great football mind he thinks he is, why don't United go get him and it won't cost you 8 million, or is it because the man's a bad joke?
No, I think with Roy, I think it comes from the Fergie fallout.
Definitely.
And
there's no way. Whilst Fergie's there, they ain't happening.
He's
people,
not.
Sorry, just before you talk, sorry, people, please hit that like button. I don't know how many likes we got, but before you guys come off the stream, please, before you come off, even if you're watching it after, hit that like button, please, and subscribe and share if you are new.
Casemiro again, right? But you remember he was washed. Remember he was washed, right? Fanbase were telling me he was washed. Okay, that's back-to-back goals. Get out of here, man. That's what I'm saying. Our midfield again, bailing out them strikers.
Okay, 1-0 to Man United. Yeah. The lift is there, man. Come on, Arsenal, please score. Please score. Yeah, because I don't want to go out to Preston, because we go out to Preston, it's going to be very peak. It's going to be very peak, D. It's going to be very peak.
I just turned my mic down a little bit. Someone said it was a little bit loud in the chat. So hopefully that's better.
Is my mic loud? Is mine loud?
No, mine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying, am I still clear to you though?
Yeah,
I've knocked it down. I've knocked it down.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So good, bro.
Yeah,
I like Casemiro, I'm happy.
Boy.
You see Rude looking slick on the side, no. Like the trench coat, everything stuff.
Coming like Graham Potter, isn't it? Graham Potter. Yeah, man loves milk tray.
like Rude, Yeah.
But no, I'm
early doors though. 15 minutes in.
I'm looking for that. Yeah. Oh, Chili saying we both sound good.
Okay. I got
until we start speaking about Spurs. No, it is what it is. No, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's my frustration. With Arsenal, and if we carry on playing like this, bro, I'm looking at Chelsea. I'm looking at Aston Villa. Liverpool, look, at the moment, they're 4 points ahead of us. Man City are 5 points ahead of us. You've got two teams that we need to overcome. So we need to start playing on front. Maybe when Odegaard comes back, it might be a different team. Yeah. Anthony Taylor was the last ref in Arsenal 2 FA Cup final wins. He sends off Moses for a second, for diving. I remember that. Game. And the thing about it, he didn't dive, and he ended up getting sent off. But I didn't see anybody crying. Yeah. I see Rouge yesterday. He's aging well like fine rum.
And it might like Rouge, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So D. So just going back to the ref watch. They asked Dermot Gallagher when they do ref watch, and they talked about I think it was the foul. I think it was about the foul on what's his name on Slobberslide, and they are said, is it the guy said, is it a foul or is it a foul? And Dermot Gallagher come and said, well, it depends. I mean, maybe the referee saw it as a foul or he didn't see it as a foul. Could be 50-50. So you're like, okay.
Yeah, but he's watching
You know what I mean?
With technology. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes Dermot, the sitting on the fence thing.
Yeah,
like, bro,
listen, he's got to protect the PGML.
I'm about to say that.
Let me say this, that it's not the referees why Arsenal are playing the way they're playing.
No.
It's because we are playing too pragmatic and we need to sort that out and sort it out quick. Big time. Sort it out quick.
That's why I asked you about Edu and Arteta. Because I feel he has to be under pressure now. But
the thing, he's not. That's the problem. He's not.
Well, the
fans are finding every excuse for him.
Right.
Yeah. It's not his fault why his in-game management is not to the level of I've seen other managers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's telling them to play like that. It's not the players. So therefore, it be on him. Because if he finishes behind Liverpool and he doesn't win another Premier League and he doesn't and he doesn't win a trophy this year, I want to see a trophy. I want to see armpits. Yeah, I need to see armpits. If he doesn't,
he can't finish. You guys cannot finish behind.
If he does, bro, well, you know how I feel already. Yeah,
I know.
But if he doesn't,
he can't go backwards.
Top fans will you would suppose they'll start asking questions.
Yeah, he can't go backwards.
You can't go backwards. You're second twice. You finished 1 point behind Man City. Everybody thought we was going to push on. Yeah, everybody thought we was going to push on. We ain't finishing second, more like fifth.
You think, Craig? Wow.
If we carry on playing like this,
if
we carry on playing like this, listen, I know injuries are in there, but we've got to fix up quick because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
You see how Villa have just been steady. Like as soon as Ten Hag got fired, there was the Unai Emery talk as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and I thought, I didn't even think about Emery.
Look where Unai Emery took Villa from. They're now sitting top of the Champions League.
I know, which is
madness. And people telling me that he's not better than Arteta. You only got to look at his trophy cabinet.
Exactly,
bro. But listen, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. You know what I mean? I know I'm going to get ridiculed for it. I absolutely know I'm going to get a phone call in the morning. What are you talking about? Listen, we all have our opinions. Yeah, I just think Arteta cannot get us over the line, and that's my opinion. Yeah. So, and especially if he's playing like this. Do you know what I mean?
And it's interesting you say that, Mike, because I've always said that with Bruno and Rashford as our main characters, we don't win the league or the Champions League. Now, does this manager come in and change these two characters to be the main characters? Because they're not main characters for me. You know what I mean? A good cut run, we all know that a team can just ride their luck to a cut. We did it with the game against Coventry City. And then a City on the lash. So we know that a team can ride their luck and win a cup. But I don't think you ride your luck and win a league. You win a league because you're consistent.
Because you've got to be consistent.
And you score goals. And you make sure that when you do concede, It's not 2 or 3 goals. You know, you're not winning 4-3 and all that madness.
Yeah. Was this an offline conversation, Chili? Norm, tell the people what we were talking about the other day with your concerns about Arteta's wages. Well, the man is on 15 million a year. Yeah. Yes, Lee. Take it easy, bro. Yeah, I know you're going to go on.
Big on yourself, man.
Check out the game. We're coming off in a minute. I mean, listen, he's on 15 million a year, second highest paid manager.
Yeah.
You need to earn your money. Yeah. That's 15 million money. Earn it, bro. Earn it.
And that's not knocking him. That's just
big up root calls. Long time no see. Wild one man, them late.
Yeah, true. Big up yourself, man.
I hear that. Listen, bro, you're there. When you're there, you support us. Big up to you. I'm praying and hoping that we're playing well. I have to find out for my son how well we're playing. I don't know yet. So I just got to check it out. At the moment, it don't look like we've scored yet. Nobody's. Whatever. I don't know who's had the better chances or what. So I'm still here doing what I got to do. But I need Arsenal to win this game tonight. We cannot. If we go out of this cup, and you're going to hear some fans saying, "Oh, it's only a Mickey Mouse Cup." Let's take every cup seriously. Because it breeds mentality, winning mentality.
Until you win it, that's what they say. And then when you win it, everyone's happy that you won it.
Yeah. 100%.
It's part of the schedule.
Ain't going to terminate mode. Yeah, they haven't, Craig, they have not gone into terminate mode yet. Definitely. After Preston, Newcastle away, Chelsea away, Inter Milan away. Whoa. I think Inter Milan is slipped in between that, I think. So I think it's Preston, Newcastle, Inter Milan, and then Chelsea. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's 4 away games, D.
And then it's by then we're close to the international break, aren't we?
Yeah, after that, it'll be the international break.
After the Chelsea game for you guys. Yeah.
Another international break.
So this where if our guy is going to be the guy, if it all works out, that's where he's going to slot in that 2-week international break.
Yeah. So
with whoever hasn't gone away,
Yeah, definitely.
Be interesting, you know what I mean?
That's what they're talking about. But listen, I'm going to quickly share title over in October. That's what Craig is saying.
Craig's done already, bro.
He's done out here.
He said, fam, I'm done out here, bro.
Let's just quickly go over. We've already shown the table, but I might just show the table once again for those people that missed it. But just quickly, D, if you just want to run through that, because I want to know what's my game and see how I'll go on.
I hear you. Well, as you see, I'm just a point above our dodgy fella.
Okay.
And then we got
66. Yeah, boy, you got 66 points.
Yeah, 66. Yeah, but my who's there? So Mark Connolly, I first one of Chili's boys. Yeah, that's solid at 85.
85. Whoa, yeah, that's big. That's
and then my younger brother JD, even though he's down the bottom there, 16th.
How much did Malcolm X get?
58. So that's what I said to you. She got to stay in the 50s.
Hey, Seuss.
What? He heard you, know.
1-0 to the Arsenal. 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 Because Chile doesn't want to hear it sing this song. Because it's 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah, and then my younger brother JD, solid 73. He's still he's still up one above Kofi, but remember he missed out on the first game week. He forgot to save his team after he picked.
Who's that? Kofi?
No, my younger brother John.
Where's Kofi? Kofi?
He's bottom, bro.
He's still on honeymoon period.
Yeah, still on honeymoon, man. 24 points, so he's not ramping with his team. So if you're in the chat, Kofi, you got to fix your team up, my bro.
Yeah, man. Fix up.
There was Kofi's literally the only person that was under 50, you know. I'm just looking now. Everyone scored over 50 points.
Yeah.
This game week. Kofi.
Jay Captain or Malcolm X, should I say Captain Wood? They really would.
Chris Woods. Yeah, I captain him.
In my best New Zealand attacker right now. You understand?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you think he's better than Zertsky and Hoyland?
Well, he's proving it right now, isn't he? Which is mad. Because
he was at Burnley, he's on 7 goals.
He was at Burnley, weren't he?
Not Burnley. Oh, he was at Burnley.
At Burnley, yeah, I'm saying. At Burnley, everyone was trashing him. Burnley went down. Forrest said, we'll have a bit of that. And he's done all right for them.
Don't let them beat you 2-1. Listen, if they ever beat me 2-1, Chile, I'm coming to find you, bro. I'm coming to find you.
But just a good scoring week all around from the guys on there. Cool. There's some risers, there's some dippers.
Yep.
But for now, let's say I sit on the top of the peak with 1 point. I'll take that.
Right, cool.
And and encouraging Kofi, brother, come off the honeymoon and start getting your team in order, mate.
Well, let me just quickly because for those people that didn't see it, Newcastle 2 what
up against Chelsea.
Is Ez.
You know, Ez did at the right time in it.
Let me tell you something. Right? Hey, D, talk your chest, brother. What are you gonna do with them on Sunday? Come on, talk to me.
Well, the way Rude got these guys.
No, D, you're not convincing me.
I'm not convincing you.
Convince me, man.
We have to beat them. I think even Rude knows this is a must-win game, Norms. I think even Rude knows it. Like, must-win game.
Eyes looking forward.
2-0, no?
2-0.
Nacho. Nacho.
Yo, put your hands up.
My goodness.
Put your hands up if you're winning. Put your hands up if you're winning. Ez, put your hands up in the chat.
Winning.
Why? 2-0 up.
Nacho, 2-0 up.
Evening, guys. I was a bit busy. Just jumped on. Bless up, Junior. Bless up. Bless up, brother. Bless up. But listen, let me just quickly share the table again, as everybody didn't see.
Yeah.
And let's just do this quick. So as you can see, people, the What's Going On Prediction League table. What is? Breaking news. Jesus has scored. Lord have mercy.
He heard you, Normski. He heard you, bro.
So if anybody didn't see this is the prediction. Now, nobody has ever seen Ez in the top, well, I say the top 4, because he's been in the top 4 since this one started. But to go up to 3rd place, I think that's the highest Ez has been. He got the exact score, 2-1 against Newcastle. On I think it was Sunday, or Saturday. I can't remember when they played. But listen, Newcastle have said, no, you might have beaten us at your ground, but we're slapping you up at our ground. And it's currently, if they're saying it's 2-0, brother, that's peak. So as you can see, Kofi on top with 9 points. That Jesus' first goal was since last January. Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Turning water into wine, my friend. Big D on 8 points. Ez on 7 points. Normski dropping down to 4th on 6 points. Chile dropping down to 5th, and JP still in the relegation zone. Looking forward to him yamming whatever it's going to be, whether it's going to be some hot chili peppers. We don't know. People, when it comes to that time, we need to nominate or say what's the prize, or not the prize, the forfeit that certain mans have to do. Listen, it's still early days. If listen, I think JP now will be confident enough now, to start going with some scores for Man United going forward.
Well, to be fair, he was a lucky the other day. I think he went 2-1.
Yeah.
No, did he go 2-1?
2-0. I think it's 2-0. Did he go 2-0?
Yeah, he went 2-0, and we won 2-1.
Yeah.
But I just thought there was always a conceded goal in this, unfortunately.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go and watch the rest of the game, people. Before you leave this stream, people, you see that thumb? Please hit it before you leave.
Give it the thumbs up. Yeah.
Give it the thumbs up. And while you're leaving, if you don't and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share if you are new. Not only that, if anybody's watching the replay, please hit the like button and please subscribe. Do it for me.
Subscribe.
Please. But listen, it's been a fantastic show. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We're going to go again next week. I'm sure we will be putting in our predictions for game week 10, I believe. Game week 10 is coming up.
Game week 10,
what's going on?
We have to wait for these games to get played, just in case.
What's going on? Prediction, people. Now Arsenal are playing so defensive from here. Oh Lord. I'm gonna go and watch that. This is. I don't know if it's a mental thing. If you're right,
that's a ploy. Just
go and play. Stop it. Play. They better not lose this game, I'm telling you, they better not lose this game. They better not lose this game. But listen, people, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. We go again next week. Got to be an interesting week. Man United play Chelsea. That's a massive game, absolute massive game. And Arsenal go away to Newcastle. We have to win that game now. With them winning 2-0, there's going to be a little bit of a resurgence for this team. So We need to go there and do something. I hope tonight we will score more goals. We have to. Jay, take it easy. Thank you very much.
Good night, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Always there, always there. But people, hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And people, we're out.
Take care, guys.